Welcome back to your horsemanship. Today, this Blitzy, the so-called untrainable horse, it's going to be the first time I've had her in the arena. It's first time for the obstacles, first time for everything. So, let's take one step at a time. As I always say, the proof's in the pudding. And so we're just going to climb on her and have fun and see what happens. There's no warm-up before this. We're just getting on her cold and going to work. And you notice always first thing I do is ask for it back. So we're just going to start off in our little circles. And just move that hip, bend her, and bend her. Get some softness to her. Bend her again to the right. She's really stiff as she sets up, but she's came a long way. So I'll just keep doing it until she finally be able to stand there. Right here she's backing up. Couldn't see it off camera, but I had the small bridge I was asking her to go across. So she start backing up to invade her, so all I'll do. So I'm not going to push her forward. You notice I moved her hip, got her feet moving, then we're going to go forward again. Right there. Now I'm not going to do the coochie coo, let her smell it, let her walk up to it. I'm just going to ride her around it. I'm going to turn her right on top of it. Turn her again, right on top of it. At first I don't care how she goes over it, as long as we get over it. She can jump it. That's the whole thing. Like I said, everybody worries about where they're going. Me, all I care about is keeping that horse's feet moving. I'm not going to let her evade it, not going to let her move away from it. The only option she's got is do the right thing, and that's it. Her feet stalls up, like I said, move that hip, get that hip moving, down stall her feet. And they're starting backing up again. That time I bumped her a little forward because, and you notice on a small bridge, I'm just going over the narrow part. As I'm a firm believer, one step at a time. Now, the funny thing with this mare, right before it, I did hand walk her through the obstacle course, I'll admit it. Another little teeter-totter, she gave me a fit on. I worked her, got her over it in hand. And then the big pedestal to the right of the camera in the shot. I walked her to it, didn't miss a beat, and throwing a little pilly, just walked right over it like it wasn't nothing. Here's something that's close to 2 foot tall, she walks over, and that little teeter-totter she gives me a fit with. Now, right now I'm going to go over lengthwise. And if you notice, I don't ride real far from my object. I stay as close to it as I can. And we just keep doing it. And I got different, we've got this small bridge. It's one side is broke. I was going to fix it, but I said the heck with it. I like the fact that it does move when they step on it. Now, that's the first time I've been on that teeter-totter with that mare on her back. Because leading them across something is one thing, but as soon as you get on the horse's back, they act like they've never done it before. And I'm just going to take my time. That's all I'm doing. I'm not in a hurry. Now, if you notice, I'm always, when I cross something like that, I'm looking where I'm riding. I'm not going to look down at that bridge. If I look down that bridge, she's going to step off because my weight's going to shift. So we're going to break it up. I'm going to go back and do some bending exercises. I think some point here I start moving her shoulder instead of her hip. Like I said, right now I'm narrating this, so I can't remember. We've had a wind and it's just easier. in all my videos, you hear me talk about moving that hip. And I had somebody email me, well, the horse hip stopped moving. Well, bump them to get that hip moving again. Or take your crop and tap them. Or think about, are you shutting doors? Now right now I'm trying to get her to move that shoulder right there where she crossed over on the front. I walked her out. Now the problem with this mare going to the left, that's her super flex side. It's going to be harder to teach her to cross over on that front end. But right now, if I can get through, like I said, this is the first time in the arena. So my main objective today is just get in there, ride her, relax, and that's the whole thing. And I'm giving her something to think about. I'm not just putting them on the rail like everybody else does and let's walk, trot on the rail. I want my horses to think. I train a thinking horse. I don't train a dummy. I'm not going to ride a dummy. I want my horses to be able to think on their own, be responsible for their own actions. I'm not going to micromanage them. This mare's came a long way, 'cause right now I'm riding on the buckle, loose rein, and y'all seen previous episodes where I wasn't. And interesting though, if you go back and watch your other riding videos, you'll see her on her front end walking stiff-legged, and now her front end she's starting to bend her knees. Now I'm going to do some canter work. And the first time I canter in a big arena like this, I'm not too worried about how straight she is, what lead. My main concern is just getting her down the rail and around. The other stuff will fall together. It's that simple. Now to get her on her correct lead, all I did was move that hip over when I asked for a float. And like I said, she just first good. I'm not even worried about her departures being smooth. We'll do that. So this is, preach this time and time again. Most important thing is just take one step at a time. That's why this mare is doing so good. I mean, it doesn't look like, in reality, I haven't been on her back that much. So, most of it's all ground stuff, getting her relaxed. So thank God Diane gave this mare a chance. I really liked her. She's a nice mare. And as I always say, be true to the horse. They'll be true to you. Also be true to yourself. And take care. And God bless. And have a good life. I enjoy y'all watching these. Thanks.